Hi, I'm Mike Villamore with the Big West Conference, and this is Small Talk Wednesday. Today's episode, we've got UC Davis head men's tennis coach Eric Steidelmeier. Coach, what's it like returning to a place where you began your coaching career back in the late 90s and now are leading that program?
Yeah, I mean, I remember back to those days pretty fondly. Bill Mays was the women's coach. He still is. And Darrell Lee was the men's coach. And they're both just so generous and nice to me while I was at Davis. So coming back obviously felt good. And then we have a lot of ties to UC Davis. My dad went to law school here. My brother played baseball at UC Davis. And I have a lot of family up in Northern Cal as well. So my wife does as well. So it's just been a really neat place to come and coach and work.
Now, I want to go back a little bit to UC San Diego. Obviously, there's a link here. They're going to be coming into the Big West, along with Cal State Bakersfield, going from a 9-team league to an 11-team league. What's that like for you, knowing that a university that's near and dear is going to be now competing against you?
Well, yeah, for sure. I think that first off, I had a great playing career there, really enjoyed it. And then my time there, the 14 years, just made so many good friends. And some of my coaching friends are still there working and definitely in the administration as well. I feel like they're going to be a good competitor in the Big West. They have a lot going for them. And yet, it's a step up from Division II to Division I, as I learned coming to UC Davis. So I just think that, I'm excited they're coming in, and I think it should be a good rivalry. So should be fun.
I've found out from your SID, Lonnie, about a recruiting story. Adam Levy. Can you talk to me about that? Because there's a connection there with him in UC San Diego.
Oh,
and UC
sure.
Davis.
So Adam Levy's from San Diego. He went to Torrey Pines High, and we were recruiting him at UC San Diego, and thought he was going to be a good fit. And we took him on the golf cart down to the ocean. We got this at UC San Diego. They have this ocean cafe, and I thought this guy was coming to UC San Diego for sure. And then he calls me up and says, "No, I'm going to Davis." And then all of a sudden, 3 months later, I call him up again and say, "Hey, I'm coming to Davis too." So, it was pretty fun. Adam was just a great, great, great teammate. I can't say that enough. And just grew so much. He's now in physical therapy school. He's going to be an awesome physical therapist. I love this kid. And I wish I would have had him at UC San Diego, but I got him at UC Davis. So it worked out well.
Well, he couldn't escape you then, and you can't escape him now, because we're bringing a special guest on this morning to talk to you. Adam, are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, Leaves. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Coach? How you doing?
I'm doing well. You're looking good.
Thanks. You too.
Adam, you played for Coach Steidelmeier for 4 years. You also coached with him as a volunteer assistant for 1 year. So you've had 5 years of being around Eric. Give me your best coach story.
One of the best things about Eric is that he taught us about how you can only control the things that you can control. But one time he was trying to explain to us, like, you can't change the environment. You can't change how your opponent's going to play. So you need to just, focus on yourself and do whatever you can do. But it came out like, boys, the sun is hot, the wind is blowing, and the rain is wet. And we all just looked at him like, what are you talking about? And we knew what he meant, but the way it came out was classic. We can't ever forget that.
Coach, you remember that?
Oh yeah. That they made fun of me for a long time for that one, man. Pretty sure that, after that, Levy had to do some running. So
you've overseen and mentored other student athletes in your program that have made really big impacts. One player in particular, Alec Adamson, was the player of the year in the Big West in 2016, went to the NCAA singles championships. I've got to talk about him a little bit.
First off, I would say, since Levy's on the call, that Adam played doubles with Alec for a couple of years and actually really helped him there. And then Alec is just extremely, extremely competitive. And he still is. He's still playing pro tournaments. He's obviously, sitting out the last few months, just like everyone else. But the competitiveness he has is amazing, and he's still improving, and hopefully he continues to. So he's a good guy, and he was a great player for UC Davis, that's for sure.
Coach, if you're talking about doubles partners, and we've got Adam on here, you know that I can't leave out the guy that he played with for 3 years. So, Alec Adamson, why don't you come in? Welcome to the Small Talk Wednesday.
Eric, how are we doing? Probably didn't think you get your two favorite players of all time on here, did you?
Oh man, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How you doing?
Doing well, man. A little homeschool for my children, a lot of work, and a lot of chores around the house. So, doing good these last couple months.
Nice. Good to hear.
Alec, I'm going to basically give you the same question that I gave Adam. Give me your best coach story.
Man, there's a lot of them. Probably my favorite was when we were up in the mountains. We did like a little team retreat before we start each year, and we're doing some running up there. Maybe we did like a 3-4 mile run, and Eric tells everyone, if you want to finish strong, you got to sprint these last 100 meters. Turns out it was like another half a mile, and we're all like dead because we sprinted like the last 100 meters. And Eric and Mike, they were just laughing at us, because we basically were sprinting, and then we still had like another half mile to go.
They actually had about a mile to go, so that was
a mile to go.
It was tough. It was tough.
Coach, I want to ask you. Now, you are a very competitive person from everything that I've heard. I hear that you like to jump into practice and play against the guys. I heard that there was a game that was created that I don't know if it still exists, but it certainly did when these two were playing for you. Game of soccer tennis? Tell me about that.
Soccer tennis is a game that I learned from an assistant coach of mine a long time ago, a French guy named Jean-Michel Piazza, who Alec knows pretty well. And basically you kick a tennis ball from service into the service boxes. You try to win just using your feet. And like soccer. And then the thing that changed when Alec and Adam were there is we added the whole team in, and you could pass and you could play off of everybody else. It was normally just a one-on-one game, and then now it became a 5-on-5 game, and it became extremely competitive, and it was extremely fun. Alec and Adam, actually are pretty good compared to some of the guys we got
tall.
now.
Alec isn't good. He's just tall and just uses his body to deflect the ball.
And cause collisions too.
Yeah, a lot of collisions.
Headbutts. Alec and Eric used to play almost like we had positions like a soccer field, but they used to play in the middle. And so Alec would flail and headbutt Eric from across the net if they were on opposite teams.
Lots of stories, Mike. Lots of stories, but just a fun event.
Adam, Alec, coaches have a big impact on you, not just athletically and what you guys do on the tennis court, but beyond the classroom, beyond the court. What have you learned from Coach Stottlemyre that you've taken with you as you've gone beyond your collegiate careers? So
much, not even just on the tennis court, just in life in general, just how kind of Eric attacks every day. He just has that joy, he loves what he does, and kind of just, he's always trying to get better. So I think that's kind of really stuck with me, trying to improve the little things, and then in the long run, the little things are what matter.
I came out a different person than when I started, in a really good way. Eric taught me just about toughness. I'm from San Diego, pretty cushy life. My dad always coached me my whole life. So when I got to Davis and was really held accountable by Eric and Mike, plus other teammates, I had to learn that little aggravations or bumps in the road are expected and something that shouldn't deter you. I'm much prouder of my work ethic since being on Eric's team and the Davis team.